Sandbag, top cues that you did today.
I felt like the one where we were doing the pauses, 2 pauses on the chest to kind of encourage you just to sit in that weight there.
Yeah, brilliant. So we were drilling this with the lighter bags, and we said that actually just constraining yourself to pausing. So what you can do is get the lighter bags, practice it, using the lighter bags to practice the technique that you use when you go heavier. Whereas a lot of people they'll kind of use the weight to constrain them on how to lift it, i.e. wait till they go heavy and if they can't move to. So practicing that with the lighter bags, great. Annabelle?
Find your knees to help drive the bag up your body and get that upwards motion for the bag.
Brilliant, yeah. So we realised that a lot of people are getting stuck with the weight through the heels, and they're not in a good position to produce any force with the lower body at all. So we said about thinking about the cue of finding your knee flexion and finding the knee bend. Find the knee bend to cue you to not only get the power from the leg extension to give you more power in terms of muscle groups that we're engaging, but also if we're extending the knees powerfully, we're going to get the power going vertically up. Are there any other cues on the sandbag?
Not adjusting your arms too soon, so not using your arms to try and pull the bag up yourself, using your arms to stay over the top so you can get it higher and then adjust your arms at the last minute.
Yeah, so Becca at first, as she was extending from the bottom with the pretty heavy bag, like she was on her first kind of drive up, she was trying to get a hand under and just wasting a lot of energy. It wasn't really doing much for popping the bag from the bottom bit to like high on her chest. She may as well have just kept her arms in tight and be in a better position to use the legs to get the bag higher, and then later on use like one of the later pops, move the arm over, and you just found it was a lot more efficient, didn't you?
Yeah, efficient.
Cool. Nice one.
Awesome.
Thank you.
It's been great. Thank you.
Babies.
Oh no.
I'll watch this and see where I am, because I might do this qualifying in December and I watched it now.
To be fair,
Obviously, it was only got like 6
Olga is like
and I watched the 82s last year. Nah. Another you maybe.
Olga is like multiple time Arnold's champion. Like
They were all in the same.
Transition again.
Even the ones where they were like, "Oh, we're doing very well."
Power and get to your shoulder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only 70 though, so I'm just gonna. Only 70. Goes up to
Nice,
120.
I like it.
Right.
Right, so let's talk about the 2 techniques that I've just seen there, so Annabelle's and Andy's. So what I like about what Andy's doing, what I like about Annabelle's doing is it looks nice and explosive through the legs, like a push press technique, brilliant. Coming up onto her toes, exploding through the lower body, blah 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 blah. Doesn't look like you're trying to muscle it with the upper body, it looks like the upper body's like the last thing in the chain. You're like just using your upper body to keep connected, exploding up and then finishing off with the arms kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think the timing looks really good. Whereas if you look what Andy's doing, I'd say it's going to be a little bit better, because what he's doing is like the equivalent, like a jerk is to a push press, where you're extending and then he's getting underneath.
Getting under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what Andy's doing really well. It's like he's popping it up and then getting under.
Yeah.
Let's see what Mark does. So Mark's doing more like a muscle clean, like you
Yeah.
doing. Good.
Puts his arm up like this, he's like,
well, as I said, it tears my shoulder.
Yes.
Good stuff. So we'd say that like the muscle clean, like if you're strong enough to do the backs, like probably going to be quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So doing like I don't know what the run is, but the light bags and stuff, doing them as a muscle clean. But you see a lot of people, what they'll do, they'll use the muscle clean and then they'll get to a weight that's challenging, and then they'll kind of not be able to get it up in one, and then they'll be like, oh shit,
That's what I do there. You shuffle it again, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the like the shuffle. What we need to learn is like how to do it like Andy. So what you see a lot of people getting stuck, like they look easy, and then they get stuck.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
similar. You see it on the tyre flip as well.
Yeah.
See people flipping it over, exploding it over. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And then they get one where they can't get it over in one, and then they're stuck in this kind of flat foot position,
Yeah.
and they don't know where to go, and they're kind of trying to muscle it with the upper body and stuff. So what we want to do is you pretty good mark, but you're still you're like getting it there really quickly, really explosive and athletically, and then you're kind of getting stuck and trying to use your upper body strength to get up. So what I would encourage you to do is try and get used to keeping the, a little bit like what we're doing with the dumbbells, to be honest, before, where you're keeping that kind of the weight through the legs, and keeping those legs engaged, because what we want to do is like almost like pogo like this, because if we can pogo like this, we can pop. Not only is it going to promote us to like extend up, but once we've hit extension, you get the advantage of hitting extension and driving up into whatever the object is you're creating this like feeling of weightlessness with the object.
Yeah.
So say you're doing the 100 kilo sandbag, you extend up into it like that.
And it goes.
Yeah, it might not even go very high, but if you extend up into it powerfully, there's going to be a split second where the 100 kilo sandbag weighs 0.
Yeah.
Yeah? So you can either do what Mark's doing and go extend, it weighs 0, so I'm going to move it a little bit, or you can go
Under.
extend, and then you can go boom.
Can I
And
do
like,
right here? Can you just do it again with the 70? If you want with the 70 or whichever you
I
prefer.
know you don't get to go wrong because
Okay.
I had to flip it last time.
Okay.
like
Yeah.
Right.
You'll go moving.
That's
So
all that's you because he's been doing over the shoulder.
Yeah,
and
I've been doing
it's
it.
like
Yeah.
it's like when he picks it up, he jerks under it and it's gone.
Well, let's give him a constraint then to make him practice the technique that he's going to have to use when he goes heavier, but without giving him a heavier bag.
Yeah.
So this time, Andy, do exactly the same, but you have to have a pause on the chest.
That's why I'm holding it
For
there.
two,
And then
you have to pause on the chest, but you can't do like you lift it up and you extend. You can't just go straight to the shoulder. You've got to go to the chest first, and then reset, and then extend when it's on your chest. Yeah? Good stuff.
Yeah, it'll work.
Right, so I want you to go again, but I want you to go...
Is that different from when I was doing it then? From there to there?
Yeah, because you're like kind of muscling into your upper body, whereas Andy's
He's
still
using his legs
keeping
more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And being
you could probably try and get it on your belt and your surface there.
And then flick again.
And it's kind of like how I do Axel. Like I go belt and flick.
That's what I do with Axel, yeah. As well.
Yeah. If
Right.
you get to there and
So what I want you to learn, just to show you that there's another skill that you can learn, is that's great. What you've said to Mark about you're doing like a continental clean, you're going from here, and then you're going from here to here. Yeah. But what about if it's heavier? Right? I don't want you. I can picture it in my head that you see people doing it, and they're great with that technique, and then they get to a point where it's just too heavy to do. To go from there to there, they can't do it, and they fail. No, I'm out.
Yeah.
But what do you think you could do instead?
I would probably have to try and drop under it more off my hips.
Yeah, you
So
could
like
do.
just lean back and keep shuffling.
Yeah, exactly this. Yeah, so to actually
That's
keep it
what
shuffling.
you're
So well, you're kind of muscling it up to there, but so you're kind of linking what Andy's doing with the principle of what you're saying. So I'm saying to Andy, instead of going from here you've got to get it to here, which is fine with that way, but with 140 you might get stuck.
Yeah. Or
Like go here,
again.
and then instead of going from here to here, go from here to here,
Yeah.
and then from here to here,
Yeah.
and then from here to here. So have another little go. So you've got a pause on the chest,
Yeah.
and then you've got a pause on the chest higher, and then to your shoulder. Yeah, nice. That looked good.
That actually felt less
I'm gonna say the
off my shoulder
bottom.
as well because I'm not trying to like
Exactly. You're embracing it, like
position.
yeah.
Fish strike with it.
Right, let's go on your second one, do what Andy's doing. And this is counterintuitive when you do stuff like this because you're making it feel harder.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would I do that? I can just launch it from my shoulder. But you're practicing the skill that's scalable when it goes heavy.
Yeah.
Rather than just wait until you go heavy, constraining you to do it this way. Practice it another way.
Yeah.
So, two pauses on your chest. So you have to go pop, pop, and then to there. Yeah? And you're going to be a bit more sweaty, a bit more out of breath, but it's fine. Well done. So let's see what happens there. So what Daisy's doing there, she didn't get much of a pop from here, and then she's putting her arms under here, which isn't going to be a great position. So because, in fact, put your arms like that, right, and then force up into my hand. Like there's versus going like versus like going like there and pushing up that way. Yeah? You're a lot stronger, yeah.
So try and keep your arms over it.
If you can, but not necessarily. You're gonna get to the point where you need to get kind of one arm.
Yeah.
But you just kind of went to here and straight under. It's just not in a. They're not going to be able to assist you much. They're either not going to be able to assist you much with doing much, or you're putting your arm into a bit of an exposed position. Because you see a lot of people like
Bicep.
Please don't hurt your bicep.
I know.
Nobody mentioned the B word.
that's it. That's it.
Nice, Daisy.
Nice.
Well done. Good stuff. That was better, definitely.
I don't know which one felt better. They both felt shit.
So when you get to the point where you need to drop your arms, like you want to keep your arms high because they're stronger here and biceps are better physically. But I physically need to drop my arms to get underneath it a little bit. Yeah. So what you can do is pick which shoulder are you going to? Right shoulder. So you're going to your right shoulder. What you would do is if you had to pick one to go lower or higher, I'd pick the left to go lower and keep this one higher so you've still got a grip, so you're both not in that kind of crappy position.
Okay.
And then once you're doing exploding up, then you're in a good position here to like almost uppercut yourself over your shoulder.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Is your shoulder okay, Andy?
So like once you've hit that last extension, you're like here, and then go bang!
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Do you think there's any massive disadvantage? I was saying that I can't lift the bags. Well, I'm not in the habit of lifting the bags that way. Because of my short torso, I lift them that way. Do you think I'm better off trying to get used to them long ways?
I'm not sure which is easier.
Because obviously, because you can kind of sit and float over more, but
Yeah.
You got to get off the
So
floor
you-
first, don't you?
that's right.
So you do it the other way.
I'm just in the habit of lifting them wideways because I'm shorter and like stronger to
A
bend.
lot of people do just flick it quick when they
Yeah.
go.
I was
Then if it's worthwhile,
Some people are
trying to
good
do it.
at both.
You're very strong here, so you're never going to.
As long as you can flick it when it's up, it's.
You can just inch it up if you need to.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
practicing the
Yeah. That would fine. It's just that the bag's very loose in it.
pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, you've just got to practice and try. Like my mind's changed so much on this, and like
So it's worthwhile drilling myself to try it. Like,
yeah, that's it. And he might change during the run as
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah, you got to think on your feet.
like personally, me, I'd be going. I'd be lifting from here because I go wide and I just fucking hurts my ass.
Pop against it.
You're holding that quite low, Bex, that's the problem.
yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
You pass out.
Is that way? Oh, that's because it's 90. I thought it was 80.
There you go. Got it. Very nice.
Here we go. But what? Fuck me, this feels horrible. Like this feels fucking horrible. Like and creating a lot of tension. Like almost like I feel like I'm panicking when I'm lifting these. Honestly.
Yeah.
It feels horrible. Like because.
The longer it sits in your chest, the worse it feels.
Yeah, it's like hard. It's hard to find a rack position. You know, like when you say we've done the other stuff. Like say even like you did your Viking press before and you got cramp.
Yeah.
But you're having a rest overhead because you're in this kind of rack, this position where your joints are stacked.
Yeah.
Whereas the sandbag just feels wank all the way through,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Like it does.
Yeah.
But so it's very easy to get drawn into this thing of trying to rush it and trying to be like and wasting a lot of energy, like fighting it when you're not in a position that's actually you're going to move it that far. Whereas what Deezy did really well was she lapped it. She almost looked really relaxed.
Yeah.
And then waited to create that whole body tension to the bit when she was extending. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So you actually picked it up and just looked like you were chilled, getting your breath, and then and then popped it. Yeah, rather than like bear hugging it all the way through.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I felt better with whatever that one was.
What's
Yeah, just sitting it on my knees, rearranging, make sure I'm in the right position to then go, rather than be like fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just habits from natural students. Just gotta get
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Go on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep popping.
Nice, go on.
You're nearly there. Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Really good actually. So you know that what I really like about that, I really like about Mark on that one there, you could see when he had it in this position here and it looks like everybody's like grimacing, feeling sorry for it. But what your positioning here is really good. What you see with a lot of people, did a thing with Tom Ibbott on it the other day actually, I posted it on Instagram, on YouTube, about saying about people putting too much weight through the, getting it to here, and then having too much weight through the heels like that. And if you just stand there in that position now with your weight through your heels, imagine you've got a big weight there, right? And we want to send that bag upwards. Like, where's the power coming from? Like, you can't be. It's tough. So the only way you can really do it is by brute strength in your upper body and like pulling it up here. Whereas actually what Mark did really, really well there, when you had it, so strategically using the belt to act as like a belt clean, as a thing that I suppose nobody talks about really, but most people use. So if you're not using it, yeah, definitely, because it just allows you to, like, if you're not using that, if you're not like, say, got a bit of mass there to a power belly to rest the object on, like, you can use a belt to basically stop the bag sliding down, because otherwise you're
fighting and it's just going down.
So you can get. Yeah, basically, if you don't have that thing to stop it coming forward. What Mark did really well there, because he had this, it allowed him to get away from the heels. Yeah, and I actually saw him like here, a bit like the position we talked about on dumbbell before. Saw him here, and he could still get a bit of knee bend. That's the key. That's the key. Yeah? Is kind of in whatever position you're in here, is it here? Find the knee bend. That's a
just get that
good
little bit of
key.
extra power, don't you? Just to pop
That's
it
the
up.
power, but not only power, but what's if you bend your knee, and then extend your knee, right? You've got more power. Get these on video. Look at these guys doing this. but it's not just about you've got more power. When you extend your knee, where's the power going? It's going up. Yeah, so that's a massive thing. You're stuck here, like you're trying to get vertical power. You're stuck. Yeah. So that magic that, in fact, you've all got the right tools to the job, right? Because of the stuff that we've done, and because of what you're strong at. Yeah, the explosive legs. Yeah, the leg drive for your overhead. Yeah, same with you guys. Your push press is great. So you need to think about getting yourself into a position where you can play to your strengths with this sandbag. Yeah. So that thing of you can very easily get drawn into with the sandbag thing, of getting drawn into the weight through your heels, because here it actually feels like a little bit easier because it's bringing that centre of mass and it's stacking, so you almost feel like you're resting. But then you get stuck, you've got nowhere to go. Yeah. So you've got to try and keep that's a cue that's just come into my head. Find the knee bend. Yeah, when you've got the sandbag on you, try and find the knee bend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find like any particular belt works. Like I've never tried a belt with something in the way, but
I've just tried mine on backwards doing that, and then you've just said turn your buckle round.
But do you find a prong belt's better than a lever belt? Do you think, or?
I think it depends how loose you can get it.
Yeah, either or. Your lever sticks out enough. I have a little. I like try and loop mine out a bit.
Yeah.
I like it a bit lower as well. Like, I'm not using it so much because if it's lower, you've got that ledge lower as well.
Yeah. I was not worried that it was going to be in the way.
Yeah, you don't want it up here.
Okay.
I want it right.
Like mine
It's below my belly
mine
button.
isn't even tight either. Just
Yours is the
it's
same.
just
Yours is
there,
quite
like
low
goes
as well.
into
Yeah.
it.
It's just,
Yeah.
the underbelt stops the pinching as well for me.
Yeah, the underbelt's really handy, and this might fit you actually. But yeah, just getting the idea of. So what's a really good way of thinking about it is when you're using these to feel like belt queens and stuff. Is I think in my head use that for stability and
Yeah.
core enhancement. Use that as just a
It's not to
You can see when you do it. See when you do it, you can see almost all the underbelt, can't you?
Yeah, honestly, if you want some extreme, like watch. I did England's under 80s in June, and I did the.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brilliant. See, it's not falling anyway, yeah?
Yeah, bring it up to your face as well, which is
So
good.
that there, which in turn is you're going to think, oh shit, it's not falling down anymore. So what you can do with your body is bring your feet a little bit further, you bring your torso angle a little bit further forward. That's going to allow you that position where you can get the knee flexion and extension. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit it on it.
And that's your power belly as such. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it. It's just,
Sitting there nicely.
Yeah.
Gives you a
see,
chance
she's
to
just
move.
chilling now.
Yeah.
She's just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And just a little note, because you might prepare it, feel like a boss, and then come to a comp and then say, oh, put your belt on backwards.
Oh yeah.
So it can be quite handy to, because they might not want your belt buckle because it might rip the bag, for instance. That would be a big thing. So I have this like massive belt, and it's like 13 mil, so it's really stiff. Feel like. So what you can do with this one is you can just like put it on loose like that, and even if I go around that. It's got like that's an exaggerate. You got to hide it a bit.
To this, I promise.
But I did England's under 80s in June, 100 kilo sandbag for distance. They did 170 meters, easy. It just sat on my belt. And I just honestly, it's a joke.
220 or whatever it was as well. You can see it.
Yeah, it's a joke, honestly.
Yeah, to be fair, it's. Are you going?
Yeah.
Let me just get this.
Oh, that feels better already. Yeah, just with it being a bit more packed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bit
it's
more
all
of a
good.
packed bag, isn't it?
So let's get it nice and high on your knees. Yeah, nice.
Good underbelt.
Just your chest. Nice.
Yes.
And then just pop your shoulder. One more.
One more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the shoulder.
That's there, isn't it? Yeah.
What's your thought with the? What do you think about footwear, guys?
That's what I was just going to ask.
Lifters.
Yeah, why?
Because it's a similar position to that extension that you use to do, especially like long or front squats or anything else.
Yeah.
Get that ankle
So bit of fake ankle mobility. Yeah, that's the key. So basically, what your lifters are going to do are going to allow you to flex your knee whilst maintaining the. Give you. It's basically going to allow you to keep this vertical torso and give you knee flexion. Yeah. So that when I said find the knee bend before, you're going to have an easier job finding that with your lifters on. Let's compare it when you go to that.
Yeah.
You're going from here,
Yeah.
and I thought you were going to pop it,
Yeah.
and then on the next one get your arm under.
Right.
Whereas you went from here and you went to get your arm under.
Right.
Have a go on the next one. See if you can.
Pop it further.
Yeah, just get it in your good lap here.
Yeah.
And then let's go pop.
Yeah.
and then on the next pop, get your arm under.
Right, okay.
See if that feels any different. It might feel more difficult.
See, what the worst bit for me is actually
lot
when
harder
it's
than
on my
this.
shoulder.
Is what,
When I
sorry?
get it to my shoulder, that second there is like, I feel like I'm going to die, like I'm ready to kill myself. Getting it up there, I actually don't mind, because like, it's like the stones, like, when it's up on my chest, I'm not bothered.
ideal for
The
this,
minute
is
it
it?
goes onto my
Go
shoulder,
away, don't
this
worry.
whole thing feels weak, and like, I'm literally going like that. So I'm literally like,
So what do you think you should do with your body if you get pulled over there?
try and be a bit more.
No, I don't think like that. I think what you were doing on the dumbbell before. So think about it. You get it there, instead of twisting your torso over, go softer at the knees. Just put more weight through that left leg.
Yeah.
Yeah? And do you know a good way to find it out? We'll find it out. Next one you get onto your shoulder, we'll do 10 second pause.
I don't think I can.
Well, 10-second pause. 10-second pause, and we'll stand next to you in case you faint, and we'll capture you. And this will tell you everything that you need to know.
You won't fail.
Do you know what?
You won't fail.
I would say that the 100 was a lot easier than the 90.
For you.
It's just
Right, let's go 90 and see if you can pop it up high before you try. Yeah, don't try and get it done too early.
Right.
Yeah, try and pop it up high and then get it under.
Yeah.
Big pop up. Good.
Yeah.
Belt, right.
Now it's
That's it.
right,
Yes,
hold.
back
Yeah.
Right, get over to that left leg. Bend that left leg a little bit more.
This is fucking awful.
Hold it,
Bring
hold
your
it,
feet a little
fine.
bit closer together, can you? That's it.
Hold it.
Good stuff.
Hold
Well done, that'll do. Fine, that's really.
That was genuinely, I thought I was going to fart as well.
That's why I asked like what's next to it.
The video itself.
so they're not going to be like.
Was it the stone one?
That, to me, I don't know if it felt better, but that looked better. Like to here, you just looked
It was
effortless.
going much faster. Yeah.
Like it just looked effortless because like the problem is if you bring your try and bring your arms in too early, you bring in these inefficient muscle groups here
Yeah.
that cost a lot of energy to try and produce a lot of force with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas you've got it to there, you've not even used your arms yet.
There, yeah.
Your arms, there's no tension
Yeah.
there. Because you've just got it to here and you've just popped it up. And then this kind of, look at your little weedy arms
Yeah.
as like, they're just such a limited resource.
Yeah.
So we want to minimise how much we're using because they're fucking
Yeah.
useless.
Yeah.
Yeah? So get it popped up to there and then bring it. That was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
It's like every weight category athlete ever. My upper body is useless. I have no need for this. Nice.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It helped me so much actually, because I can see that.
I need to not wear leggings for this.
I try and stand, well, you have very thick legs, don't you? So
Yeah.
maybe just try and go a little bit wider just so you can pull it through your knees rather than, because you're going around.
As
just
in
wanna-
over my knee. Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to be as high. It's like getting a stone right on you.
Okay.
You basically sit on your kneecaps. Wow. There you go. Onto your chest.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Fantastic.
Straight.
That was better
That
then.
was better, yeah.
That was the best one.
Lifters, they're the ones.
Yeah. Getting plenty of that vertical force, yeah?
Yeah.
Knee flexion, yeah?
Yeah, that was better.
Fantastic.
Yay!
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Now just another 30k.
I OCD, I always lift him the thing facing forward.
It was what with me, yeah.
Absolutely ruined my day.
Well, for the sake of everyone else, I'll change.
Yeah. I just
Yes. That's it. Yeah.
Lovely
Nice.
pop. Yeah, another pop.
Another one, yeah.
That's
That's
it.
it.
You got it.
Yes.
You're a fucking savage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it feels like my entire lat is just going, fuck off!
That was great though, the same principle we said on the last one, but then you decided to go for
I
another
felt my
one.
arms, and the minute I did it, I thought, no. And that felt better, like that second.
Your first pop
Again,
was like,
If you're very resilient in that kind of bent over position, you're best off just getting it
yeah, trying to go as high as
chest,
possible.
and you can get a bit of dip
Yeah. That actually felt okay.
what a vibe.
It's easy.
Rushing through everything, like
Yeah.
I just thought that was, like I think we've all learned, like I've learned a lot by seeing you do it and tweak it and that on the.
What do we go up to?
25.
Yeah, 125, 130 in it.
Oh yeah, because we've got a 125 bag on.
Take time a bit.
Come on. That's it.
Is it going to be better for you to go sideways? as we get
No,
better?
it's sliding down my leggings. If I can just get
Yeah,
it
the leggings are
to
slipping.
stick,
Shots.
it'll be fine. But
The other way.
The belt on.
yeah, on each corner.
Compression shots on.
The other way, when it gets too big, is I literally try to do that and pick it up. It does work
Yeah.
slow enough. Still.
It was literally, if it just stuck on my skin, I could have sat back, but it just kept slipping in. No bother.
Right, we starting another video. I'll do a